Tim Burton ventures into the world of the Addams family with the new Netflix series, Wednesday. Let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for more up and coming content. The series is a sleuthing, supernaturally infused mystery charting Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy, where she attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a monstrous killing spree that has terrorized the local town, and solve the murder mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationships at Nevermore. Question of the video: who is your favorite Addams family character? Let me know in the comment section down below. I was really looking forward to Wednesday. I love Tim Burton films. I think he is a very talented director. When I watched Dumbo a few years ago, I did a ranking video for that, and I had the best time watching all of the Tim Burton films. Going into this, I was excited to see his kind of style in the Addams family world. While there is a severe lack of a Tim Burton feel to it, I thought Wednesday was an overall enjoyable series. It does mix the world of Addams family with your kind of average teen drama series on Netflix. Netflix is known for a lot of those teen drama series, kind of like CW at times, and so it has that blend of, you know, all the right dialogue and the characters and the costume designs, but the relationships and everything else feels like it comes from CW and very average at times. And that's when we're exploring Nevermore Academy. She's meeting these different characters. She suspects that one of them is a werewolf going on this killing spree. So she starts to investigate this killing spree, and it does tie in with her parents 25 years prior when they went to Nevermore Academy. So we do see some flashbacks of her parents when they were younger. The casting here is really good. We have Jenna Ortega as Wednesday Addams. Everything about her feels like Wednesday Addams, from the look, the costume designs, her dialogue, how she feels so hollow inside and she just hates everything. It is perfect. If you enjoyed Christina Ricci's performance, and she is in here as well, if you like Christina Ricci as Wednesday Addams, I think you'll really like Jenna Ortega in here. 8 episodes, we really get to see a development for her. She just absolutely hates everything, but by the end of the series, there starts to be some progression for her, and you can kind of see that this academy and having friends is starting to change her, not drastically, but just enough to where you have that character development. We also have Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia and Luis Guzman as Gomez Addams, Fred Armisen as Uncle Fester, Isaac Ordonez as Pugsley. That rounds out the Addams family cast, and they are listed as guest appearances, and they don't appear a lot in here. Morticia and Gomez and Pugsley are only in the first, and I want to say 5th and maybe part of the 6th episode, and then Uncle Fester comes towards the end. But their introductions to the series feel like they're just there to give Wednesday information about Nevermore Academy, especially Uncle Fester. And I loved Fred Armisen in here as Uncle Fester. Very playful, a lot of fun. But his introduction felt like, hey, I know a lot about Nevermore Academy, and everything you need to know, I can tell you all about it. Here's where you need to go. This is what you need to look for. Go off on your adventure, get what you need to get. And while I did like him in here, I think that his character felt a little pointless at times and just kind of pushing Wednesday Addams' character forward. Then it felt natural with his introduction to the series and his overall involvement within it. But I do love the cast. The costume designs look great. Everything about it feels like the Addams family. The love that Gomez and Morticia have for each other, and how it annoys Wednesday Addams like no other. The characteristics, everything you know about them is in this series. The first 4 episodes feel very repetitive, and it feels like it's taking its time to really get into this investigation at this academy. I felt like there was not enough development within those first 4 episodes to want to continue it. Besides liking the cast and the dialogue, I felt like the story was moving very slow and there was no development in this case for Wednesday besides a few names here and there and some understanding of Nevermore Academy. But I felt like I was watching the same episode again and again within those first 4 episodes. Besides having Morticia and Gomez and Pugsley in the first episode sending her off to Nevermore Academy, it moved very slowly in those first few episodes. And then once we kind of start picking up around that 5th episode and we see those flashbacks, that's when it really works. And then later half of the series, it starts to do it again. It starts to feel a little bit repetitive with limited progression for this case. And there's some big things that happen, some twists and turns to the characters and people involved in this case, but I feel like it's very slow and focused a lot on those relationships. Focused on the relationships of these supernatural students and people who are having these different abilities, focusing on those relationships a lot more than just Wednesday Addams focusing on this case. So I found the story at times to be very dull and repetitive, but I do like the world of Addams Family within here. It does not have that Tim Burton flair that I expected it to be. Tim Burton does not direct every single episode. There is a couple times where I see some Tim Burton moments in here. For the most part, it just feels like an average Netflix series centered around the Addams Family. I don't know if Netflix had a lot of involvement in it and wanted it to look a certain way, but I was expecting, you know, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Edward Scissorhands, even Big Eyes, Big Fish, those movies that feel like a Tim Burton film. If you didn't know who directed it, you could watch it and feel like it was Tim Burton. I just did not get that in here, and I was hugely disappointed because I wanted to see those big eyes and the gothic look to it and Johnny Depp maybe appearing somewhere within there. I would love to see Tim Burton maybe continue this with a movie at some point. It's been a while since we've had a Tim Burton film, the last one being Dumbo. But for this series, I enjoyed it for what it was. The story wasn't the best thing, very repetitive, felt very average, like a Netflix teen drama, that CW style. But I really loved the characters in here. The dialogue was very sharp. The characteristics and all of the looks for it was perfect. I love seeing all of the interactions of the Addams Family in here, even if it felt very brief and listed as guest appearances. It still was very cool to see them within here. So before I give you my score for Wednesday on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Wednesday a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Wednesday on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.